Hey sweet friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today is a super exciting video. I'm actually taking part in the mystery box challenge. This is a Christmas edition, which is so much fun. I've actually taken part in this collab several times, and it is just where a ton of us DIYers here on YouTube get selected a different name and we ship each other mystery boxes that we have to craft with. So super fun, and it just really challenges you and gets you out of your comfort zone. But this collab was super special. Courtney from Creative on the Cheap always puts a special twist on them. So for this box, we were just supposed to ship each other $20 to $30 worth of craft supplies or random items from anywhere. So it's not locked down to Dollar Tree items, so I think that was really fun. I'll be excited to see what's in here. And then unfortunately, Courtney lost her mom earlier this year, and in honor of that, she wanted us to do like a random act of kindness. So to pay it forward, she said her mom was all about being kind and doing random acts of kindness for people. So I thought it was super sweet. In her name, I actually picked a child, a little girl, off of the local angel tree, which was super special to go and shop for someone else and try to pay it forward. And I'm not going to stop there. I will continue to keep paying it forward all of December and do some more random acts of kindness. So I highly encourage all of you all. I know we get super busy and just caught up in getting stuff done, busy everyday life, but it's super important to kind of step back and look around you and see who needs help, where you can help, even if it's just coffee with someone who could really use it. I just feel like it's super special, especially with the upcoming holiday season. So I'm super excited to see what all of the other DIYers are doing. I'll put a link to the playlist down below and you can loop around and watch everyone's video. My box actually came from Natalie from Design to the Nines, and then I sent my box to Courtney from Creative on the Cheap, the lady that is hosting this whole thing. So be sure to go check them out. But super excited to see what Courtney does with my items because I sent her some really weird stuff, so you'll have to go check that out. And then I promise I have not looked in this box, but I did rip it open to get out the little card from Natalie, and it says, "Dear Katelyn, can't wait to see what you come up with. Since I gave you tuna last time, I went a little easier on you this time. Merry Christmas, Natalie." So if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll link that down below too. Put a photo here. But she actually sent me some tuna fish to craft with, and I said it was my worst nightmare. It could have been a lot worse, but I just don't enjoy tuna fish. So it's a really fun memory that me and my kids laugh at anyways. But let's go ahead and jump on into this box and see what she sent me. So I can use, or I try to use most of the items, but then there's two challenge items that are supposed to be a little bit harder that I'll save till the end and see what I can come up with them. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm pulling out these really large, they look like cedar wood pallet signs. I'm not sure where this come from. It just has a green label on there that says $1.99 for this. That's actually really cheap for that. I feel like if you bought that from Walmart, it would at least be $5 or more. And then a smaller version. This is already easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I could easily make a Christmas sign out of that, but let's keep digging. Oh, I said smaller one, but it lost a piece too, so I guess two of the big ones, I'll have to piece that back together. Okay, I also see this Dream Big sign, which looks like it's from the Dollar Tree. Some cute little reindeer socks. I think I actually sent this to someone last time. It is a Dollar Tree mop head, but this is perfect when you are Christmas crafting. I got a jar. I have never purchased this. If it came from Dollar Tree, yes, with the like rose gold lid. That's really pretty. Another mop head. I mean, this is perfect for snow. She sent me the cutest little gingerbread lunchbox. Well, I call it a lunchbox. It's just a tin. I can work with that. Another jar. Oh, a third jar. 3 jars lined up together. That's easy peasy. I could make a cocoa bar, maybe put some candy canes in one. I don't know. We'll have to see what the challenge items are. Okay, she sent me some poinsettias. I don't use poinsettias very often, but they're cute. They have a lot of potential. And then I have not purchased these at my store any, but they are actually, it says DIY ornament, but little, kind of like little Christmas bulbs. These are too cute. I like those. Okay, so they say number 1 and number 2. So let's go ahead and see what it is. Okay, so challenge item number 1 is some nail polish in Christmas colors. I mean, nail polish works like paint, right? I could definitely see myself getting creative with this. I'll try my best, but that looks super fun and I definitely think I could use it. I know I'm not going to be able to paint a large surface with this, but it might be fun to add little accents on some pieces and, I don't know, make a couple of pretty signs. She gave me the palette signs and then decorate them up with everything, so we'll have to see. And then challenge item number 2 is car air fresheners, little trees. So I see where she's going with that. That is definitely a cedar tree or a pine tree, but it has this big label smack dab in the middle and it says Royal Pine at the bottom, and this is a 3-pack. So how am I going to use that? I don't know, but these will be so much fun to get to use. Cannot wait to dive into these. So much fun using random mystery box items that I don't know what I'm going to do with, but we'll get on into the DIYs and see what I come up with. So this is everything that came out of my mystery box. I didn't show everything on camera. It was just taking too long and I didn't want this video to go on forever. So you can see she sent some extra crafting supplies as well as a pillowcase and some yarn and just extra supplies. But I shared the biggest stuff while I was opening it. But I'm going to go ahead and jump on in. Actually, this broken palette turned out to be a blessing in disguise. I actually put the plank to the side and I will use that later on, but I thought it would be fun to pair this plank piece that has the 2 wood slats with these 3 jars and then try to go ahead and jump in and use my first challenge item. So I thought it would be really cool. These jars have a really fun design on the edges. They have like these diamonds and I thought it would be really fun to paint this with the nail polish. So at first I tried the individual one, but then I thought it would be really cool to give this some like candy cane stripes. So I just jumped in and went all the way around. I didn't end up using the green on this. I just felt like it looked really pretty with the red, so you can keep that in mind if you do want to kind of do red and green stripes, but just went ahead and painting this kind of diagonally and skipping a couple of blocks in between each stripe. So doing all 3 jars the same way, I wasn't paying any attention, but for the 3rd jar, I actually did it the opposite direction, which turned out to be really cool. So they kind of like face the center jar. You'll have to see what I'm talking about. But then it was time to go ahead and paint the base, and I'm just going over this with some white paint to have a nice blank slate to start building up my centerpiece on. I'm using a piece of this styrofoam just to elevate the middle jar to make this look more like a centerpiece, but it was so much fun trying to use as many of the challenge items as I could in this first DIY, so you'll have to see how many that I end up using. But I am using the palette sign as well as the jars, the nail polish, some of the poinsettias, and I don't know, just as many things as I could, so that was super fun. I knew I was going to add a lot of greenery to the bottom of this, but I knew it was going to take a lot, so I thought I would give it a base, so just wrapping around some Dollar Tree garland, and then just taking any type of greenery or little floral picks that I have. I love these. 2, I think they're from Walmart maybe, but I placed those in the front and just kind of built off of that, tucking tons of greenery around the edges, and then like I say, adding in her poinsettias that she sent me. I feel like that really dressed it up and made it look even more like Christmas. The nail polish that I had did look hot pink with just one coat of paint, so I did go over them. I forgot to add that in, but I feel like it looks so gorgeous. I love the light shining through that nail polish. It makes it look like stained glass, but paired with everything else, this is such a beautiful centerpiece. You can tell that I love red at Christmas, but so happy with how this came out just using these challenge items. I thought it was such a genius idea to not let that last board go to waste, but to add it with the other palette signs. So I ended up taking 2 of the exact same signs and making a small one and then a big one. So this was so much fun. Now I had the perfect base to create like a large Christmas sign. Now it did have a few staples poking out, so I tried to hammer them in. Some of them just bent over, so I did glue them in place. If I had extra time, I would have added in some wood glue, but just trying to assemble this together the best I can and making sure it doesn't fall apart. So first thing I'm going to do is once again take my white chalk paint and paint the entire wood piece white. I love grabbing these wooden garlands from Walmart, but you can use the Dollar Tree wood beads or string your own beads. But I am going to be trying to use challenge item number 2, which was those pine tree air fresheners. And I had a really fun idea to try to make them like garlands. So Hobby Lobby has out a sign right now that has little Christmas trees hanging from the top. So that's kind of the same look that I'm going for. So these smelled so strong. It wasn't a bad smell, but just super strong whenever you are working with them. But it was just funny to me. So I got all 3 of them out, and then I actually ended up taking a piece of scrapbooking paper. I love like this muted green pattern, this plaid pattern, but just looked really cozy Christmas to me. So I only wanted to have to cut it out one time, so I am layering 3 pieces of paper and then tracing around the tree so that I can cut them out. I just couldn't deal with that big bottom, so I just cut off the bottom of the tree. I felt like it looked way more realistic. So I am gluing the scrapbooking paper on top of the tree. I was worried about it not sticking very well, but it is staying on there. And I know I didn't get these cut to perfection, so they don't fit perfect, but I think it's kind of fun, the green poking out behind the trees. You can see that it is staining my hands. The green is coming off of these trees, and it was getting on my sign, so I was trying to hurry up and glue these down so they wouldn't scoot around and make any more of my white paint turn green. I'm trying to make these look like they're dangling from the garland, so tying jute twine around the garland and just gluing those down in place, and then adding in this Dollar Tree family sign. I love the color of this already, so I'm just going to leave it as is. I thought it was so pretty, and then I thought it would be fun to coordinate the trees just a tiny bit, so I added a wooden button. These come from Walmart. They're this light color, which I felt like went really good with the family sign, and then just to give it an extra touch, added a little jute twine bow to the top. But once again, really fun to use this challenge item. It turned out a lot easier than I thought it was going to be, but I actually really like how it turned out. It is like a fake dangling garland, but really cute, and I love the color of that green. Okay, so I was kind of at a loss when it got to these light bulb ornaments. I feel like they still turned out super cute, but I was stretching it a little bit. So to use the bag, I am just cutting out some little rectangles that I can roll up to look like a little list or some type of old letter or scroll in these light bulbs, so I will be rolling those up. But I feel like this was a great opportunity to kind of make this look like a little, I don't know, like a memory box, kind of like a snow globe, just with some fun little trinkets inside. So I pulled out all of my tiny little pieces from Hobby Lobby, the dollar stores, Dollar Tree. I put in some bells and fake snow. I had some of this tiny little snowflake garland, just really throwing in anything that's going to fit down inside the hole, like this little Santa hat came from Hobby Lobby, and then using the bag to put in this tiny little scroll, which I feel like gave it a lot of dimension and contrast in there, screwing the lid on, and then to get to use some of Natalie's diamonds that she sent me, or little jewels stickers. I stuck these on the edges and it gave it a really fun textured look, and then using some snowflake stickers, add that to it so it just kind of didn't look blank on the front. So adding that all around and then adding on a bow. So like I said, it had to be a little bit of a stretch, but I feel like it was really cute, and this would actually be a really cool idea if you wanted to put like a pair of baby socks or a memory item that is special to you down in these light bulbs. They have a ton of potential and something that you could really create some fun Christmas memories around. She sent me this satin red pillowcase, which I feel like was a really cool thing to send. I instantly saw this and knew it could be like a Santa bag. So I went to my Cricut, cut out a Christmas tree as big as I could. Well, actually I could have got this a lot bigger, but to fit on the pillowcase, I am using some white smart vinyl, but the iron on, and placing this down. This was satin, so I was really scared of it. I haven't really ironed on a lot of satin, so I tried to be super careful and used fabric in between heating up the pillowcase. So let me know if you have any tips down below for ironing on satin. I was just trying to be super careful, but went ahead and heated it up a little bit, stuck my transfer on there, and then pressing this down with my heat press. You could also use a stencil or paint something on there, but this is just so fun to use as a Santa bag. I tied a bow around the top and just love how that tree really pops off of there. And then wanting to use some more of the items, I was dying to use this Dream Big sign as well as one of these mop heads and the red felt. And I instantly, when I saw these two together, I thought of a Santa hat. So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to take this shadow box and cut out a little red hat and then use the mop piece for the fuzzy pieces at the bottom and the little ball on the hat. So trying to get that shape, I just cut around the felt. These are really dull scissors, so I did struggle. I need to order me some more. I love these gold scissors from Amazon. I will have them linked down below if you're interested, but they are some of my favorite crafting scissors. I just went through and cut off a strip for the bottom and then the little ball. This does tend to fall apart, so I do add a ton of hot glue underneath just to make sure that all the pieces are really going to hold. And then of course I wanted to paint this, especially because it has all of that design on the back. So I started with some gray paint, but then I will be dry brushing over that with some darker gray. I feel like this would be really cute in like a tiered tray or setting on a shelf. To make it look a little bit more whimsical, I added in some polka dots around the edges, and then while I had that dark gray paint out, I did just dry brush over the outside. I feel like it makes it a lot better and makes it look like some weathered wood. So you'll have to let me know, how do you think I did? Which items I could have been a little bit more creative with? Which items were you surprised with? Or what would you send if you were sending a mystery box challenge to a friend? What do you think would be one of like the hardest Dollar Tree items that you could possibly send? I hope Courtney has really good luck. I sent her, like I said, a couple of really hard things to do. One of them came from Walmart and one was from the Dollar Tree. But I don't like to send items unless I can kind of think of something I would do with it. So keep that in mind, but you'll have to go check out her video as well as everyone else's. I'll have the playlist linked down below. Remember, pay it forward this holiday season. I enjoyed picking that little girl's name off the tree so much. I went and got a little girl that was close to one of my daughter's ages, my youngest daughter, and I just thought, like, what would she like? And it was just super special to help out someone else and pay it forward. But like I said, there's so many things I want to do. I just didn't have time to film it all, but I definitely recommend just trying to help people out this holiday season. Just help out someone that you feel like could use a friend. It doesn't have to be a lot, but it can go a long ways. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Make sure you are subscribed, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy crafting. Bye.